Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sparkle here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys 6 ways to draw eyes. And here's our first one. Let's start it off nice and easy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to draw 2 arches just to mark out where you want your eyes to be. This will help you just roughly measure out the scale and make sure your eyes aren't too close or too far apart. Then draw a little line coming inwards from the end of each arch, and from the start of each arch to the end of each arch, draw another line. Now extend this line all the way out as far as you want to go, and this line is one that we're actually going to be using to see how long we want the eyeliner to come out. From here, just draw like a triangular shape and match it up with the top part of the eye. Just make sure you join the bottom line with the top line, and voila, there is our eyeliner. And to make it look a little bit more bold, just go ahead and add it to the bottom triangles as well, and then go ahead and add some shading, so that way we can help the eyeliner to stand out and look a little bit more bold and bright. And this part is the easy part. Just go ahead and draw 2 circles in the eyes. This is just to mark out where the iris is going to be, and honestly, don't even worry about trying to make them symmetrical, because the more different they look, the more amazing and unique they're going to turn out looking in the end. And of course, if you want to make any kind of adjustments at any point, feel free to grab your eraser and erase your mistakes and just keep going, just like I did here. But anyways, the next step after drawing your iris is to add the eyelids on top. Now be very sketchy with this and add it in a box-like shape. This way you can make the eyes look more stylized and fun. And after you do this, just go ahead and add 2 dots underneath each eye. This is to represent the eyelashes, and add the eyelashes on top anywhere you want. For this drawing, I went with 3 big eyelashes. After this, just go ahead and draw 2 smaller circles in the iris to represent the pupils, and draw a line going across the eye. And that's pretty much it for the eye. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and add some blush and even draw in the eyebrows, but when you're drawing the eyebrows, be very intentional about how you go about it, because the eyebrows will convey a lot more emotion than the eyes in most cases. Also, a good tip when you're drawing eyebrows is to just sketch out the rough shape before you go in and add the details and redefine the shape even more. And finally, just to add a bit more texture and depth to the eye, go ahead and add a bit more shading to the top half of the iris. And that is pretty much the entire sketch for the eye. Now this part is completely optional, you can go ahead and color it in, but in this video I decided to color in all the eyes that I drew, just so you guys could get a rough idea of how you could possibly go about the coloring if you do decide to color your eyes as well. So yeah, this is how I did it, and of course keep in mind there is no wrong way. Also, another fun tip is to add gray to the top half of the eyeball. This just adds that sense of depth and just makes the eyes stand out so much more. But anyways, here's how the final drawing turned out. I just think the eyes look so chill and aesthetic and pretty. And now the second type of eye I'm going to show you guys how to draw is one that I like to call Wonder Star. Firstly, because it's based around stars, and secondly because it just has that look of curiosity in it. So now we're going to be doing the same thing. Start off with your arches, but this time draw the line coming outwards. Then connect this line back to the inside part of the arch. If you look at what I'm doing, then it kind of makes more sense than me explaining it. And now just add a little line in the bottom and bring that closer to the edge of the arch again, but don't completely connect it. Now for the iris, draw a really round iris and try to make it really round and big and adorable, because we're going to try and get a really kind of cute look for this drawing. Inside the iris, sketch out a star. This is going to be our pupil for this drawing. And after that, draw the eyelids on top and make sure that they are pretty small this time, because we want the eyes to be the biggest point of focus. And then underneath, go ahead and add 2 lines and draw 2 eyelashes for each eye. And for the top eyelashes, go ahead and draw small triangles and shade them in. This just adds to that sense of cuteness and makes the eyes look a little bit more cuter. And then, same as the last one, go ahead and add some shading in the iris if you want to. Draw the eyebrows, draw the cheeks, or add some blush, and that is pretty much it for the drawing. And again, if you want to, feel free to go ahead and color your drawing. For this drawing, I decided to go with yellowish eyes because I kind of thought that connects with the theme of stars and everything. I'm not really keen on the colors and how they turned out in the end, but I still think it looks pretty cute. Alright, time for the next one. And this next one is one that I like to call Moody Vampire. You'll find out what I mean afterwards, but for now, just go ahead and sketch out those arches. Make sure they are in the right positions. Then go ahead and draw a line connecting the bottom tip of the arch to the end tip and then extend that outwards, but add a bit of a curve this time. And then draw the bottom part of the eyes, but draw them very close to the top part because we're going to make the eyes half hidden under the eyelids. Sketch out the iris like so, and then you can go ahead and just thicken the eyeliner. And if you feel like the eyelids are a little too small, which was what happened in my case, you can go ahead and erase them and make them slightly bigger just so they can stand out a little bit more, because we are going to be adding a little bit more makeup with this look. Once you're done with that, go ahead and draw in your pupils, but for these pupils, draw it more like it would look for a cat's eye. And now what I was saying before kind of comes into play here, and that is just the power of eyebrows in representing emotion. So you can draw your eyebrows however you want to draw it, but this is just how I drew it for this drawing because I wanted to make her look a little moody. And then just go ahead and draw in your eyelashes. But when you're drawing the eyelashes, make sure that you have a couple of eyelashes pointing to the left, one pointing to the middle, and the rest pointing to the right. This just kind of adds to that sense of semi-realism and makes the eyes look just a little bit more cooler. And you can leave it here, or like I did with the other two drawings, I decided to color this one in as well, just so you guys could get a rough idea of how it could potentially end up looking. And I gotta say, I just love how this turned out. I think of all the eyes that I drew in this video, this one is probably my favorite, and I'm really vibing with it. Alright, so the next one I'm going to be showing you guys, style number 4, is called Floral Smile. You guys are going to get bored of me saying this, but always start by drawing the two arches just to see where your eyes are going to be laid out. It is so important. But anyways, once you're past that step, go ahead and draw a line pointing inwards for each eye, and then connect the front part of the eye or the front part of the arch to the back part of the arch, and this is kind of what we're going to be using to base our eyeliner. And then for this drawing, make sure you draw 2 mini arches under the arches for the eye, and by doing this you can make the eyes look really smiley and really happy. Then go ahead and draw the iris, draw the eyelids, add in some eyelashes. I decided to go with 3 eyelashes here just to keep it really simple, and to continue keeping things simple I decided to add 2 dots underneath each eye for the bottom eyelashes. Then I drew in the eyebrows. After that I went ahead and drew in the pupil, but for the pupil I decided to go the simple flower like shape, and finally I added some shading to the eyeliner, and that is pretty much the drawing done. Also, don't even ask me how I came up with the names for these different eye drawings. It just kind of popped into my head and now they're just kind of sticking. Also, these eyes are more like female eye drawings, but if you guys would be interested in a tutorial on male eyes, let me know as well. Anyways, the 5th style is Rockstar Queen. This one is definitely my second favorite on this entire page, but let me explain how I did it too. So I started off by drawing 2 arches. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing another arch coming off the first arch, and we're really going to extend it out as far back as we can and finally connect it back to the first arch. And we're going to be doing the same thing on the other side as well. Right after that, we're going to be drawing in the bottom part of the eye. Use a kind of curvy shape to do this so you can make it look a little bit more semi-realistic. After that, use block-like shapes to draw in the eyelids, because that way you can make the eyes look like they're almost half open and just give the character more of a cool kind of vibe. And next thing we're going to be doing is drawing the pupil, then drawing a line in between just to separate the top part from the bottom part. And once you've done that, go ahead and add some shading to the top part. Then you can go ahead and shade in the eyeliner, and that way you can just kind of differentiate between the different parts. Right after that, go ahead and redefine the eyelids and the bottom part of the eye, because with this look we want everything to look really bold and just make sure that everything really stands out. Right after that, go ahead and add in the eyelashes. I decided to go with 3 eyelashes pointing to the left side and 2 pointing to the right side for the left eye, and for the right eye I did the same thing but vice versa. Then I added 2 eyelashes for the bottom part of the eye and added some details as well. Right after that, I decided to go ahead and draw in another triangle just below where the triangle was for the eyeliner. It is just a stylistic choice, but I feel like it just makes the drawing look so much more cool. And after that, go ahead and draw in 2 circles for your pupils and then add in the eyebrows. Remember, the eyebrows do convey motion, so be very careful about how you choose to draw the eyebrows. And then go ahead and add some lines for blush if you want to, and shade in the eyebrows, and then that is pretty much it. You are done with the drawing. I think it already looks amazing, but if you want to take things a step further, then go ahead and add some line art and add some color as well. And don't forget the highlights, because they play a really important part in this. And since we are drawing a rockstar queen, I decided to go with a bit more of a royal color, which is why I decided to use purple for the eyeshadow and for a lot of the eye as well. and I just think this turned out looking so cool. Also, if you guys do end up drawing these eye designs from this tutorial, make sure to tag me in your videos or posts, because I would absolutely love to see what you guys create, and it would just make me so happy to see you guys taking inspiration from me. So yeah, make sure to tag me. But without any further ado, let's get on to style 6, which is one that I like to call jealous and green. Alright, so for this one, we're going to be starting it off with an arch shape. Then we're going to connect the front part of the arch to the back part of the arch, but we're going to do that within the bottom part of the eye. Then we're going to draw a little line coming inwards towards the eye. Right after that, we are going to be drawing the eyeliner. So what you're going to do for this is you're pretty much going to draw a line poking out from the bottom part that we just drew. Then connect this back to the front part of the arch, and it is okay if you go over the initial arch that you drew. Also, when you're drawing the front part of the eyeliner, add in a box-like shape just to make it more stylized and a little bit more unique as well. After this, you can go ahead and add some shading just to make the eyeliner stand out. And once you're done with that, you're going to be left with a little something that looks like this. And then we are going to add the bottom part of the eyes. It's going to be the same as we did with the previous drawing. Then just draw in the iris, rough sketch, and you don't have to draw the entire circle this time. And again, we're going to draw in the eyelids, but make them a little more box-like. And finally, we're going to be adding in the eyelashes. So for the eyelashes, I decided to go with 4 eyelashes, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. And then I decided to add some eyelashes in the bottom as well, along with a little line. And I decided to make these eyelashes nice and big. And for the pupil this time, we're actually not going to be doing a defined pupil. Instead, I decided to add like this slimy kind of effect, kind of to make it look like the character is consumed by their jealousy almost, because I don't know, it's just a random thing that went through my head and I decided to draw it. And then I tried to make the eyebrows look a little bit more envious as well. I'm not sure if I really achieved that look, but I did try my best, and as you can probably tell, I did erase it a couple of times before I got something I was fairly satisfied with. But you know what, erasing is okay because we don't learn without making mistakes. And anyways, that is the sketch completed, and of course I did decide to add just a little bit of blush, and yeah, that is pretty much it. And I decided to color this one in as well. Also, if you're wondering, the fine liner I'm using is a Staedtler fine liner. I mention it in a lot of my videos because so many people ask me all the time, but yeah, that's the fine liner I'm using, and this is how the final thing turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here are how all these 6 eyes turned out, and yeah, feel free to rewatch this video so you can catch up on your favorite eye. Also, let me know in the comments which eye out of all of these was your favorite. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day. Stay awesome as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, magical sparks.